So at Generation, our mission statement is to help people say yes to Jesus. We believe that Jesus is calling all of us to say yes to something. That's one of the most basic things the disciple did in the first century and disciples do today is whatever the master calls or commands or asks of you, you just say yes. And one of the biggest questions I get as a pastor is, well, how do I know what he's calling me to do? Like, how do I hear his voice? How do I identify what he's saying? How do I clarify? How do I process? Like, a lot of people have said to me, I'm willing to say yes, I just don't know what he's calling me to do. I don't know how to listen, how to hear, how to understand what he's saying, and then ultimately how to say yes. And so we're starting a series next week that's just for you if you feel that way. If you've ever felt like God's calling me to something, I don't know what it is, this series is for you. The series is called Just Say Yes, and it's going to be a 4-week series. We're going to walk through hearing God's voice, identifying it, clarifying it, processing it, and then ultimately the last part is going to be on you. As you have understood and heard from him, and now the only question you got to answer is, am I going to say yes? And so we want to help you do that. One of our goals at Generation this year is we want everyone who calls Generation home to say yes to something that Jesus is calling you to do. And so we're going to help you do that, help you understand it, and then hope that you'll have the courage that you need to step out and say yes.